Hello and welcome to the classes by Monisha Nath Paul. Today we are going to do the multiplication and division of integers. For doing multiplication and division of integers, you need to know certain rules. That is, if you multiply a positive integer with a positive integer, the result will always have a positive sign. If you multiply a negative integer with another negative integer, the result will have a positive sign. If you multiply a positive integer with a negative integer or a negative integer into a positive integer, the result will always have a negative sign. That is, if I brief it out, if you multiply two integers having the same signs, either both positive or both negative, the product will always have positive signs. And if you multiply two integers where one of them is a positive, the other is a negative, the product will always have a negative sign. Say for example, minus 7 into minus 2. So what do we do over here? So as I told you about the signs, when you multiply both negative integer, the result will have a positive sign. So here about the sign, I can say it's a positive sign. And what about the numerical value? It will be 7 into 2. The signs will tell you what is going to be the sign of the product, and the two numbers, regardless of the signs, you will product them and write the product here in the result. If you have plus 7 into plus 2, that is, I can write it as 7 into 2, this is equal to 14. So you can see product of two negative numbers is a positive number. Here product of two positive numbers, so plus sign into a plus sign, you get a plus sign, or simply you can write 14, a plus here in the product. And what will be the numerical value? It will be just the product of the numbers present, 7 into 2, 14. So positive into positive is positive. So positive into positive is, either you can write plus 14 like this or 14. So plus 7 into plus 2 is plus 14, as 7 into 2 is equal to either plus 14 or 14. If I have plus 7 into minus 2, so where do we come? We come over here. That is a positive integer multiplied by a negative integer. So positive integer into negative integer. So what is going to be the sign? The sign will have, the product will have a minus sign. So here a minus sign. And what about the number? The number will be 7 into 2. So minus 14. Or I can have minus 7 into 2 or positive 2. That is equal to minus 14 again. Because a minus integer, here you can follow over here, a minus integer into a positive integer is equal to a minus sign in the product, and the number is product of 7 and 2. I repeat once again. So when you multiply the integers having same signs, when both the integers have the same signs, then in that case the result will also have a positive sign. So if both the integers are positive, then the product will also have a positive sign. Here you saw. And if there's any one of the integers having a positive, the other negative, then in that case the result will have a negative sign. Like here we saw plus 7 into minus 2 is equal to minus 14, or minus 7 into a positive 2 is equal to minus 14. Now this was about multiplying two numbers. But what if the case is more number of integers are involved to find a product? Say for example, if I say minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3. What about this? Minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3. So first I will find out the product of these two. What is minus 1 into minus 2? Product of two negative integers means the result will have a positive sign. So that is equal to plus 2. Minus 1 into minus 2 is plus 2. So minus 2 into minus 3 is equal to, now here I can see the product of one positive, one negative. So that is equal to minus 6. That means minus 1 into minus 2 into minus 3 is equal to minus 6. Another example you see, minus 2 into minus 3 into minus 4 into minus 5. What I can see over here? Okay, product of these is equal to minus 2 into minus 3 is equal to 6, and this is equal to minus 4 into minus 5 is 20, that is equal to 120. So I can see over here, when there were three numbers involved and the three numbers were three negative integers, I could see that there is a minus sign. But when there are four negative integers involved in the product, I can see I got a positive sign. So from here we can say that if I have a product of negative integers, n negative integers, if I have a product of n negative integers, there will be two results to it. Now, once this product, if I have the product of a series of negative integers, say n negative integers are multiplied together, I will have two cases. Either the product will be having a positive sign or the product will have a negative sign. Now, what is the case? When do we have a positive sign and when do we have a negative sign? You will have a positive sign when the number of the integers, number of negative integers involved is even. When the number of negative integers involved in the multiplication is even, it has a positive sign. The product has a positive sign. And if the number of negative integers involved in the multiplication is odd, please remember, n is the number of integers. Okay, how many integers? Counting the number of integers. So if the n is odd, means number of integers in the product is odd, then it will have the product will have a minus sign. So you can check this out with all the sums that we have done so far. Here I was having two negative integers. So two negative integers means n is even. That means a positive sign. So see, here we have a positive sign. Here what did we see? N, the number of negative integers involved here is 1. See, one negative integer. Positive integers do not bring any changes in the product, but it is the negative integers who bring in the change in the signs. So it's one negative integer over here. That means 1 is an odd number. So there will be a minus sign. See, the product has a minus sign. Similarly over here, there was only one negative integer involved in the product. So it will have a minus sign. Similarly here you see 1, 2, 3. There are three negative integers involved in the product. So negative integers 3 means it's an odd number. So yes, we got a minus sign in the product. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 numbers were involved. 4 negative integers were involved in the product. So see, 4 means it's even. So a positive sign. So yes, we got a positive sign. So I hope this concept is clear. Now using this, we will be doing a few more deductions from here. Now in case your x1 is equal to x2 is equal to x3, means all these are, say, in general equal to x. They are same. That means minus x into minus x into minus x into minus x. Okay, say n times we have this. So what is going to be the answer or the product? Now here, following this, if n is even, it will be positive and x is multiplied n times. Here there were n different integers multiplied, but here we have the same integer which is multiplied n times. So x into x into x n times it is. That means it is x to the power n plus x to the power n, or you can write x to the power n. But if in case it is odd, n is odd, that means this. So that is equal to minus x into x into x into x, you have n times. That is equal to minus x to the power n. This is using the laws of indices. That is, x multiplied n times to itself is x to the power n. Here also same thing, x multiplied n times is x to the power n. Here if it is even number of times the x is multiplied, means the number of negative x's that have involved in the product is even, then the product will have a plus sign, and if the number of negative x's that have involved in the product is odd, then it has a minus sign. Using more of this, if now your x now if in case we use this as minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 n times, n is even, n is odd. Okay, so minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, same thing, this pattern only I am following. So what it is, if n is even, it becomes positive x to the power n. So here what is the x? It is 1 to the power n. And what is 1 to the power n? 1 to the power anything is 1, means 1 multiplied 1000 times, 1 multiplied 100 times, 1 multiplied any number of times to itself is 1. So 1 to the power anything, any number of times it is multiplied, it is 1 to the power n. And if it is odd, so minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, odd number of times if it is multiplied, then we have a minus 1 to the power n. Following this, minus 1 to the power n. Now 1 to the power n is 1, so it is minus 1. So the basic thing is, if minus 1 is multiplied n times, if n is even, then your answer is 1. Okay, and if n is odd, the answer is minus 1. I repeat, minus 1 multiplied n times. For n being even, the answer is 1. For n being odd, the answer is minus 1. You don't need to multiply. Suppose I say minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, say 10 times I multiply. So do you think you need to do minus 1 in 10 times you will multiply? No, because minus 1 is multiplied 10 times. 10 is what? 10 is an even number. So answer will be 1, because n is even, answer is 1. If it is 121 times the minus 1 is multiplied, then what will be the answer? It will be minus 1. Why minus 1? Because 121 is an odd number. So for n being odd, the answer is minus 1. I hope it is clear. All right, so let us do. Find out the product of this. I'll give you some time, you'll solve it out. Come on, let's take some time and finish it off. Okay, so whenever you see sums like this, I said positive numbers will not bring any changes in the product, it's the negative ones who will bring. So 1, 2, 3 negative terms are there. There are 3 negative numbers involved or 3 negative integers involved. So negative 3 are there. So 3 is an odd number. So the product will have a minus sign. So what is the product of these? The product will be 4200. What about this? Say minus 2 is multiplied 6 times. So minus 2 is a negative integer which is multiplied 6 times. Now 6 is an even number. So that means minus 2 is multiplied even number of times. So the product will have a plus sign and it is 2 to the power 6. So 2 to the power 6, you can find out the value of 2 to the power 6, that is 64. Next is minus 2 multiplied 9 times. Now 9 is an odd number. So the product will have a minus sign and this is 2 to the power 9. So 2 to the power 9 is 512. So the answer is minus 512. Similarly, if I write one more sum over here, minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1, say 90 times. Then what will be the answer? This should not take any time at all because 90 is an even number. So this will take answer as 1. And if I multiply minus 1 101 times, what about this? Now 101 is a odd number. So the answer will be minus 1. So I hope this is clear. See this video a number of times so that the concept of multiplication becomes very easy. These sums have been done for you. Each and every type, please go through a number of times to get the concept cleared. Every minute thing is told to you in a very detailed way so that this part becomes very clear. So whenever you are given multiplication of a larger number of integers, just see how many negative integers are involved in that multiplication. The positive integers do not bring any changes in the sign of the product. It's always the negative integers. So if it's a odd number of negative integers involved in the product, then always the product will have a minus sign. And if there are even number of negative integers involved along with some positive integers we are not using them for the sign consideration. It's always the negative integers which we will see for the sign consideration. But the numbers, the positive numbers, of course, are being used to find the product. But for the sign we always consider the negative integers. So count the number of negative integers involved. If it's odd number of negative integers involved in the product, then the product will have a minus sign. For odd, it's minus, and if there are even number of negative integers present in the product, then you will always have a positive sign in the product. Next, we are coming to division. Now for division, here also you need to know some rules. Rule 1, if I divide a positive integer by a positive integer or simply a by b, then the result will always have a positive sign. Result will always have a positive sign. Say for example, minus 8 plus 8 divided by plus 2. So it is plus 8 by 2. What is 8 by 2? 4. So plus 4 or simply 4. So if I have the numbers involved in the division both have the positive signs, then the answer will also have a positive sign. If both the numbers involved have a minus sign, then the answer will have a positive sign, that is minus 8 divided by minus 2. What will be this? That is equal to plus 8 by 2, that is equal to plus 4 or simply 4. Now next comes your rule 2. In rule 2, if you have a positive integer divided by a negative integer, then the answer will have a negative sign, that is plus 8 divided by minus 2. So it is minus of 8 by 2, that is equal to minus 4. Or if you have a minus a divided by a positive b, so that will also have a minus sign. Okay, that is equal to, say let's take minus 8 divided by a plus 2, that is equal to minus 8 by 2, that is minus 4. So you could see over here, that is if both the numbers involved in the division have same signs, either both positive or both negative, the quotient or the answer will always have a positive sign. But if the numbers involved are of different signs, that is one positive, one negative, then in that case the answer will always have a negative sign. Let us do quickly finish it off. So yes, this one is, so I can see one negative, one positive, so the quotient will have a minus sign as per the rules that we just now learnt. So this is minus 9. Here 152 by minus 19, one positive, one negative, that means a minus of 8. Next, minus 234 divided by minus 13, both are having negative signs, so it will have a positive sign in the answer. So this is 18. So I hope the concept of division and multiplication will be becoming easier and very much interesting with this explanation what I have tried to give you. Please go through the video so that you can learn about the multiplication and division of the videos. If you like the channel, please like it. If you want to share it with your friends, please do share the links of the videos that you have in my channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.